Are you doom scrolling right now, watching this video, and you need how to find out how to stop doom scrolling? We're going to talk about it in this video. Hey, my name is Michael Thompson, and on this channel, we discuss personal and professional development from a Christian perspective. I'm a youth pastor and a student. I've learned a lot on YouTube, and I'm trying to give back. Maybe you've had dreams and goals, and you find yourself stuck because you spend so much time doom scrolling. You feel like you're addicted to your phone, and you just want to be able to stop. Well, I would say that I'm not addicted to my phone, and it's because of certain things, certain tips that I've applied that I've learned, and here are some of those tips. First tip that you can apply to stop doom scrolling is set restrictions. One of the ways that you can set restrictions is by time. We've all seen people that, like, the thing comes up on their phone and says, "You've reached your limit," and then what do? Ignore. Okay, that defeats the whole purpose, okay? Whenever you ignore the time limit, it's not really a time limit. So actually follow the time limit. I have that in parentheses under set time limits, and then you can give someone else the password if you struggle with clicking through and just ignoring the time limit. That can be helpful. When you're setting time limits, you also want to look at what your average screen time is, and then start with cutting back an hour each day from what your average is. And then after you get used to that, cut back another hour. You can put yourself on a week plan. Okay, 1 week I'm going to go from 5 hours to 4 hours, and 4 hours to 3 hours the next week. Do this progressively over time, and when you set these limits, that's going to be able to keep you from doom scrolling. Another thing that you can do is remove notifications. Man, this is crazy. I'm a youth pastor, so this summer I was on a trip, and I collect all the phones on some of the trips that we do so that none of the kids can see things that they're not supposed to on somebody else's phone. And one of the kids' phones that I collected was like dinging all night long because of all the notifications he had set up. That's a miserable way to live. Personally, I only have notifications come through on my messages, and I used to have it on a habit tracker app that I was using to try to develop a little bit, but then I even took it off of that app. So I only have notifications from like calls and messages on my phone, and I don't just not get notifications, but I also don't even have that little red, if you have an Apple product, I don't even have that little red number up in the right corner of the app because I don't want to be distracted by my phone. I don't want my phone to control my life, and that's something that's really helpful. So remove notifications. Don't let the banners come up on your lock screen. Just remove all of those on all the apps. And like I said, that red circle as well in the upper right corner, because if you're like me, that red circle means click me. Okay, that's not good. Make sure that your apps can't do that unless it's like a message thing. Like for me in work, I need to be able to get back to people quickly, and that's most people's experience. So you can't necessarily get rid of all the notifications, but you can get rid of all the ones that aren't your messages or something directly related to your work. Also, the worst case scenario when you remove notifications is that you miss a meme. You'll be fine. You can go later and look at the meme. You can also remove social media from your phone. That can be helpful. Tell yourself, new rule, I'm only going to be able to view social media from my computer instead of from my phone, or just delete the app and still be able to log in on Safari. All those different things that you can do create friction to wasting your time and to doom scrolling. That friction can be key in developing a habit where you spend your time doing other things that are more productive. I get, like I said, message notifications and calendar notifications. Yeah, that's the other thing that I get. Like when I have an event, it'll like buzz my phone or my Apple Watch, and it'll tell me that, hey, I've got an event coming up. And actually, I think I'm gonna remove that because that's been getting annoying recently. Anyways, I quit wearing my Apple Watch because it was buzzing me all the time, and it's just like, man, this is so annoying. And you get used to it, so you're constantly distracted, and you just live life that way. So set restrictions. Don't allow notifications except through your messages, and definitely don't allow them from like ESPN or Facebook or Instagram, because whenever you have all those notifications set up, your phone is your taskmaster rather than a tool that you use, and rather than enhancing your life, it makes you a slave to it. The next thing you can do is set rules. So first, set restrictions, remove notifications, set time limits. Step number 2 is set rules. Some of the rules that you can set are a schedule. You can say that there's no social media during downtime, and you can define downtime hours as in the evening or in the morning, whatever. Also, when it comes to the morning, you can say no social media until noon. That can be a rule that you can set. Or, like I said earlier, computer access. All these different things you can do to follow a rule, to set a schedule, is going to be super critical in stopping doom scrolling. Also, you can say no phone for an hour in the morning. That can be really helpful. You can say, you know what, when I wake up, I'm going to hit my morning routine, and I'm not going to look at my phone until I've accomplished this, and this. I've drank a bottle of water, exercised, and ate breakfast, whatever. You fill in the spot. But whenever you set those kind of rules, it can help change your default habits and make you a little bit more productive, not as distracted by your phone. Also, charge your phone in a different room. That's something that I've been working on, and I don't do it when I have to get up really early because the alarm on my phone is a little more helpful than the analog clock alarm. And this is just a problem because I don't get up to my alarm when it goes off the first time, and it's just a life struggle for me. Y'all pray for me. I need help. No, but charge your phone in a different room so that you don't wake up and go Instagram. Okay, that can be very helpful. Also, like I said earlier, traditional alarm clock. Use one of those, and I'm getting onto myself right now because a lot of times I still use my phone even when I should be using traditional alarm clock. But the days that I'm the most consistent is traditional alarm clock. I get up to it and my phone's in a different room. Like I said earlier, no social media till noon is helpful. And another way that you can do this is no social media at all. Cut it out of your life. I don't think you're going to miss it. You really won't. You're not going to compare yourself to other people as much. You are not going to waste as much time. You really want to know, how do you not doom scroll? Don't have social media. Bam. There you go. But if you're one of those people who's not going to delete social media, set restrictions for yourself and then set rules like not having it on your phone and not opening social media until afternoon. The third thing you can do to stop doom scrolling is make a replacement. If you study any behavior at all in humans, you know that you can't just stop doing something, you have to replace it. You can't just stop drinking soda. You need to replace it with a different drink, whether it's water or whatever. You can't just stop altogether. Smoking cigarettes is a good example. People who just try to stop smoking the cigarette often aren't successful. You got to replace it with something. And it's the same thing when it comes to social media. Say, oh, Michael, I don't have anything else that I can do other than social. Yes, you do. Here's some ideas. Chess. Okay. I had a bunch of friends in seminary who would play chess all the time because it developed their brain. Probably shouldn't have been playing it during the Greek class, but they did anyways. Okay, but chess is something you can do instead of doom scrolling. You can start reading. Actually use your brain for something productive instead of wasting it looking at a whole bunch of things you shouldn't be looking at, whether it's inappropriate or time wasting, whatever. Journaling, anything really. Please just don't doom scroll because you're wasting your life, and you're going to look up one day and be like, man, I really wish I would have spent my time a little more wisely, but I was so addicted to my phone, video games, whatever it is, and I just regret so many things that I did because of that. Okay, I'm telling you now, make these changes, make a substitute, do something productive instead. You won't regret it. Another thing that you can do is use this app called the Forest app. I've mentioned this before, but I click it whenever I start studying, and it helps me. So when you're tempted to do doom scrolling, okay, your automatic time that you plan to scroll, one thing you can do is also have your days planned so that you don't just at random start scrolling. Say, I'm going to plan to read an hour in the evening, or 30 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, okay? Just whatever it is, instead of doom scrolling. And you can set a timer on the Forest app, and like the little tree grows. And I'm not paid to promote the Forest app. I don't even have enough subscribers to get paid for anything right now. But the Forest app has, like, you plant the tree, and then at the end of the study session, the tree is completely grown. But if you stop and you get distracted, then you kill the tree. Okay, so it's really helpful. I got this suggestion from a guy named Ali Abdal. He's another YouTuber that talks about productivity. But you need to make a replacement. Do reading, do chess, do something else other than doom scrolling. Also, you can set your phone to grayscale. That can be helpful. I did that for a little while and then changed it back. But it was so annoying because I have my calendar and I view it on my phone, and I like have the certain colors, that like help me know, okay, this is a work thing, this is a personal thing, this is lunch, okay. And then whenever I like change it to grayscale, I was like, what is this? Like, it just throws me off. But whenever I changed my phone back to color, the colors were like super rich. It was kind of like if you've ever not had a lot of sugar for a while and then drank a soda and it's like too sweet. That's the way that my phone felt when I went from grayscale back to normal. But another thing you can do is restructure your phone. Okay, don't have, if you're gonna keep it on the social media on your phone, which I suggest you just get it off. But if you keep it on your phone, don't have it on the front screen. Have it in like the back of another category of apps, or if you have a non-superior Samsung, whatever you would do on that type of phone. Don't send me your emails. I'm not really interested. I like Apple the best. If they monopolize and destroy the world, it was partly my fault. Anyways, make a replacement, set rules, set restrictions. That's how you stop doom scrolling. Also, if you plan the way that you're going to spend your time every single week, you're much less likely to just fall into the autopilot of doom scrolling. The solution to doom scrolling is set restrictions, set rules, and make a replacement. Guys, if you stop doom scrolling, you're not going to regret it. You're going to find yourself in a much better place in the future, and you're going to be so thankful that you stopped. So stop doom scrolling. by doing those different steps. We'll see you in the next one.